Hey everyone, it is Wednesday. Just checking my calendar here. It's Wednesday the 9th of October. Man, I tell you what, this year has just flown by. I mean, normally most days sort of tend to fly by, but this year in particular, like when I look backwards, I don't feel like I can. Like, I know I've done a lot. I've done a lot of artwork. I've done a lot of work. I've had different jobs. I've been to many job interviews. I've done a plethora of things, and I've done many events and such. But looking backwards, I don't feel like I've achieved that much. Do you ever get that feeling where you're sort of reflecting back on things, and even though you know, and if you sort of stop to really, really think about the things that you have done, you probably achieved quite a lot and done some great things, but when you sort of just look back in a quick flash and go, what have I done in the past year? You know, what have I amounted to? And, you know, when it comes to the end of the year, what can I be like, I'm proud I did this. I suppose last year was a little bit different. Like, when I look back, I'd finished Monkey Junk, and that was really exciting. And now that I think further about it, last year, at the beginning of this year, I did finish Monkey Junk 2. But then moving forward, I haven't finished a comic since. I haven't finished a card game that I've been working on. I've been so busy doing resumes and portfolios and job interviews and other jobs to stay afloat and just keeping busy, but also like doing family things. I don't know. I think when I reflect back, my first point is to look back and go, what personal achievements have I made? And usually that's in a creative aspect for me. Thinking back again, I did that mural. That was fantastic. That was a really cool thing to do, and that was like, a whole week of my time that very, very well spent and worthwhile and a great experience. But it's never like I did X amount of comics and things. So yeah, do you ever feel that way? Do you ever, when you think about your achievements, what are like the first things you think of when you think about the things that you've achieved in the past year or the past month, or, is that something you consider? Do you sort of move forward in hopes of achieving different things, having end goals? And I just noticed my poster up here is falling, so I'm just fixing it up while I do this vlog, otherwise it's going to annoy me. One of those people, once I sort of notice things that are just a little bit out of place, if I don't fix it straight away, it just niggles at me. Niggles. So I figured I'll just do it. It's all done. It's been a while. I thought I'll show you around quickly in my studio. It's changed a bit since I've last done the videos. It's still the same room. There's the sort of front entrance. So I don't think I can switch the camera while I'm doing this. I'm just going to try and make this one shot. So when you walk in, I'm going to walk in backwards, hopefully not trip over anything. New chair. I managed to get that really cheaply on Kogan.com. My other chair, one of the wheels busted off, so it was wobbly. So I'm going to get this one. It's really cool. It's like one of those sort of ergonomical gamer chairs. Really steady. It actually reclines on like a 180 degree angle. It's awesome. These all shift and stuff. Yeah, very comfy. Great to work in, and I don't feel as lethargic as I used to in the old chair by the end of the day. I do miss my old chair. It was definitely a better fit, but this one's nice too. Okay, so moving here. This shelf, and this is something I've really relaxed on. So like most of the top 3 shelves here were all stuff I was selling on eBay. Just things I haven't gotten around to listing, or some that are just still going through and just haven't sold yet, which has sort of been the case with some things. Most of the stuff down the bottom though are all of my art books. So behind here there's lots and lots and lots of art books, and boxes of like some other eBay stuff that I need to get rid of. Here is just a wardrobe. If you look here, I went through a massive cleaning stage because I really wanted to clear out this room a bit and make it a bit spacier. So in all of these tubs, it's getting a bit dark, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4 tubs. All of those tubs are filled with graphic novels and art books that I'm not currently reading, or I'm not too phased about having them out. Eventually, if we move again, or when we move again, I want to have a room where I can have absolutely everything out along the walls. But for now, it was just too much. Even here, there's some stuff here I want to move. Like I really just want to pack, going through this sort of minimalist stage where I just want to pack everything up and put a couch here. And maybe a little side table with a lamp or something, and have it be a relaxing space. And maybe, like, I can't do it because this is my house, but I would love to like mount a TV up on this wall here. But I can't, So what I've got here is just lots of DVDs and Blu-rays and things like that. We moved them all into my studio to keep them out of the lounge room, to keep April from messing with them. Here are all of my records that I own. It's not a lot, but there's also quite a few there as well, when I sort of really go through it. Some old stuff, some new stuff, things I've picked up at op shops and or thrift shops, as you guys call them in the States. Just some markers and some excess paper stuff here. A lot of snow globes. We went through a really big snow globe phase. Don't really have anywhere to put them, so they sort of stay up here, and just a few old box sets of things. This here, we have two of these. We have another one in our lounge room. We went through, because we had a lot of DVDs. We had a lot. Between me and Jazz collecting them, and then sort of getting together, merging those two collections, and then continuing to collect. It got very cumbersome. Very, very cumbersome. To the point where it was just 10 plus boxes of DVDs by the time we moved house. It was crazy. So what we did is we did donate a few to the op shops, but we ended up taking all of them out of their cases and getting these big, giant CD wallets. This one here is just full of TV series. So it's chock-a-block full of like all of our different favourite TV shows. And even then, there's still a fair few TV shows in here. I have been collecting a few more DVDs over time, especially like some animated stuff that I never got a chance to watch. I don't really buy a lot of new stuff. I generally tend to buy it at the op shops. I do a lot of op shopping, and usually the quality's pretty good. So I don't see the point in spending $30 on DVD when I can get, 15 DVDs for the price of $30. Just seems stupid. And I quite happily go back to the old stuff, because I did get rid of a few things years ago and I'm like, I wish I still had that DVD. So I'm resourcing those things, just over time. Here, comics. The box underneath is all the Monkey Junk comics, which you can't see. It's hidden by my tablet there. So that box underneath is all Monkey Junk comics. This one here is filled with actual comics. Having worked at a comic shop, have collected quite a few comics. Occasionally get the free comic here and there, but for the most part, a lot of it I've bought, and stuff over the years as well. Like, it's not just been this year since I've been in the comic shop, but like, I am following the Absolute Carnage run at the moment, and there's a fair few in there. In fact, this whole stack here is all just from the Absolute Carnage run over the past couple of months. So it's pretty crazy. It was like 2 or 3 books a week. It's not too bad. Anyway, I'm slowing myself down. I'm going to stop buying the singles once Absolute Carnage is finished. And I'm going to move into trades, because it's more cost effective. And, they're easy to collect. I don't have to worry about bagging and boarding. It's just silly. So maybe down the line I'll probably sell some of this stuff off. But for the moment, it's nice to have them. Nice to collect them. Next to that, this is probably the last bit before I get to the arty stuff. I've started reading more. One of the things I do now is I read. I think I mentioned this the other day. When April goes to sleep, I mentioned it the other day, and I get a chance for about 30 minutes to read if I don't fall asleep. So I started collecting books. One of the books I got into that really kicked it off for me was this one. A lot of you probably know of it, Magician by Raymond Feist. I enjoyed this one so much as I was reading it that before I'd finished it, I went a bit crazy. I bought, let's see if I can show you all of them. So that all the way through to this is all Raymond Feist. And then I've grabbed a few other random ones from Dragonlance. Robert Jordan, I do have the first book somewhere else, which I'm currently reading through. Some Terry Pratchett. Narnia, which isn't too bad. It's a bit kiddish, but it's not too bad. And some more stuff down here. Some more Terry Pratchett. Tolkien. I love The Hobbit. I've never read The Hobbit before until recently, and beautiful book, highly recommend it. And then down here, just a few random things. These are all the comics I've got out that I'm trying to read through. Some more art books and reference books. Normally here, although it's empty, is my D&D stuff. It's just in this bag here, which I haven't emptied out. So I've got all my stuff in there. Because I had a D&D game last week and I just haven't tidied it up. And the top is usually just storage. I need to clean it up and fix it. Down here, all my old sketchbooks and some paper and stuff. But yeah, I really want to clean it out. Like, it's just, I don't know. It's tidy enough, but I don't know. I'm sick of it being there. I just want a relaxing space that I can just hang out in. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I might just get completely fed up with it one day. Maybe I can take these two shelves, get rid of all this eBay stuff eventually, maybe do a market or something, try and flog it off, and put those shelves here, and then have my couch. That would be cool. And then here is the workstation. So here's my drawing table, which I've been using a bit more regularly, and then here is my main workstation, my computer and everything. This is pretty much how I work. I've got a friend of mine lent me this cookbook stand from IKEA, like $1. And this actually works as my little angle mount for my iPad, so I can work. Usually, if I'm not working, it sits here, and I'll have it on charge while I work on the computer and do graphic stuff. I'm currently watching Bored to Death, if anyone's a fan. And then here, I've just got like a whole stack of markers, which I use regularly. Just try and keep everything close, and then all of my, like, not that you can really see, but all my sketching stuff's like in here. Knives and tape and rulers and stuff. But yeah. So, there's a quick impromptu studio tour for you. Not what I intended to do for this video, but there you go. Getting about 12 minutes, so I'll leave you guys alone. I just wanted to get a video out for today. Tomorrow I start school, so I don't know how I'm going to do the video, whether I'll just do it in the morning. I might do it on the way home. It might be a good way to do it. I'm a bit nervous, I'm a bit excited. I've got a folder with some notebooks and stuff, a USB. I think I need a USB for it, in case they're going to give us like files and stuff. I got this folder. I deliberately got a white folder. It's just like one of those white, like really stiff cardboard ones. I'm going to draw on it just to give it a bit of a personal feel. Just going to do some of those like freehand drawings. So if anyone saw the mug that I did recently on Instagram, probably do a similar sort of thing on that. Alright, well then, I'll leave you guys alone. Thanks for watching. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. I hope you're all doing well. Leave a comment below and just say hi and tell me how you're doing. Let's chat. Catch you later.